What if you could just completely redesign a nation's leadership from the ground up? I'm not talking about small tweaks, but a radical new blueprint. Well, today we're going to unpack a bold manifesto that proposes exactly that for Bangladesh, promising to find its future architects. Okay, so this isn't about some minor adjustments here and there. The plan we're exploring proposes a fundamental shift in who holds power and how decisions get made. It all starts with a pretty provocative question: who should be a nation's new architects?
At the very core of this vision is a new institution, the Commission for Merit and Leadership. And as this emblem suggests, its one and only purpose is to systematically find, organize, and empower the most capable minds in the entire country.
Now, the plan kicks off with a number that's, well, it's just staggering: 1 million. That's the initial goal for how many talented people they want to identify. And listen, this isn't just about creating some advisory council. It's about building a massive new class of leaders designed to be the nation's primary driving force. So you've got to be asking, why propose something so drastic, so radical? Well, the manifesto argues this isn't a response to just a single crisis. Instead, it's presented as a totally necessary step for a nation that's standing at a pivotal crossroads. The core argument here is that Bangladesh's current challenges are just too heavy for temporary fixes. According to the authors, the nation is at a point where the only way forward is a fundamental reevaluation of its entire path. And the plan points directly to these deep-rooted challenges, things like poverty, systemic corruption, social injustice, and inequality. The authors argue that despite the amazing resilience of its people, these issues cast a persistent shadow, holding back progress and demanding a decisive break from the past. So this brings us to the core mechanism of the whole proposal: the talent hunt. How exactly would they find and organize 1 million people to become this new driving force? Well, it all starts with a dedicated nationwide talent hunting program. This initiative would scout for talent across every single profession, looking not just within Bangladesh, but also among its diaspora around the world. The goal is to assemble the 1 million architects of what the manifesto calls a new Dream Bangladesh. The process is laid out in 3 pretty clear steps. First, selection. Okay, makes sense. Second, the formation of a talent club of Bangladesh. But it's that third step where things get really radical. All government ministries would be required to follow the advice of this new club. I mean, think about that. This effectively transfers ultimate decision-making power from politicians to this new merit-based body. So who are they looking for? Well, the search is incredibly broad. It targets not only the highest levels of the existing establishment, like generals and the Chief Justice, but also the intellectuals, industrialists, and journalists who shape society from the outside. From that huge pool of 1 million, an even more elite group of 500 would be selected. These individuals would be appointed to high-skilled positions, tasked with tackling the nation's most critical challenges head-on, with a special focus on navigating the Fourth Industrial Revolution. This entire structure, the talent hunt, the club, the Elite 500, it's all built on a powerful and, let's be honest, pretty controversial idea about who is truly best suited to govern. At its heart is this deeply meritocratic belief, kind of echoing ancient philosophy, that knowledge is virtue, and therefore the most knowledgeable should govern. It's a vision where expertise, not political maneuvering, becomes the ultimate qualification for leadership. And all of this work, this massive restructuring of society, leads to one grand, ultimate objective. It's not just about better governance, it's about trying to create a whole new kind of society. The entire plan is detailed right here, in this book, The Architects of Tomorrow. It's positioned as more than just a critique. It's meant to be a strategic roadmap for transforming the nation into what the author calls an enlightened civilization. So, the ultimate goal, then, is to elevate Bangladesh's global standing. The vision is to transform it from a nation that's hindered by challenges into a beacon of progress, putting it on par with countries like Japan, Finland, and Singapore. This quote really reveals a key aspect of the whole philosophy. While the plan is driven by a talented elite, its success hinges on total national unity. The argument is that true victory only happens when all 180 million people are united behind this singular vision for the future. This ambitious blueprint puts a pretty provocative idea on the table.
doesn't it? Can a nation engineer its own renaissance by putting its most talented minds in charge? Is this kind of radical meritocracy the answer to deep-rooted challenges, or is it a path to a new form of elitism? This plan offers one startling answer, leaving us all to consider, what does it truly take to architect a nation's tomorrow?